How does life change in the red zone? What changes about offense once you get in the red zone?
Yeah, everything gets condensed. Obviously you can't throw deep routes anymore. The defense kind of, puts their toes on the goal line and makes you throw it over them. So and that's one of the more difficult things to do. It gets more difficult to throw the ball down there for sure. And then just execution wise, because you get into a point where you don't want to be ultra aggressive to put yourself out of points. We always talk about in the red zone being needy, not greedy. So you always, you want to have points. You don't want to get too greedy to make a bad decision and turn the ball over to not get points. So, it just gets a little harder down there, but we got to be better. We got to be better down there.
Is run game more important down there than it is between the 20s, just because you don't have as much room?
Yeah. I don't know about more important, but I mean, definitely the closer you get, the more you want to be able just to, pound it up in there and get it done. But yeah, I mean, running game is important all the way down the field, though.
Jake, virtually all of Texas A&M's games turn into track meets. We saw that last week against Arkansas. What are you guys working on maybe this week to ensure that you score a few more points? Because 17 is probably not going to get it done against the Aggies.
Yeah, just execution. Just knowing that we got to execute better. That's what we're doing every day. Just trying to get better, working on better timing, better execution on some deeper throws, and just and during the game we just got to roll with it. If it requires us to score a lot of points, that's what we plan to do. And if we don't, our defense can hold them and be a low scoring game. That's what we'll roll with too. But at the end of the day, we just got to execute our game plan and see where it takes us.
Jake, I know this team has a next man up mentality, but does it get frustrating when one week it's Deebo and the next week it's Bryson, and these are key guys who you guys depend on?
Yeah, it's a little frustrating. It's frustrating because they work so hard. The whole offseason they busted their tails, really working and really leading for us, and then have their seasons kind of cut short. It's just frustrating for them. You feel for them, but they're still going to lead off the field and be positive examples for younger kids. But yeah, it is frustrating. But it gives opportunities for guys to step up, and young guys have done a great job for us so far. So keep it rolling, and they'll keep leading off the field.
Jake, following up about the injuries, because we've got so many key players out, you're playing in tough SEC West opponent. Could this be a pivotal moment for the USC football team? And you look back at it and say, this was a turning point for us.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Muschamp talks about all the time, having, one game seasons. So I try not to think about it like that. I try to just take it game by game and knowing that, our opponent's Texas A&M this week, and that's what we're focused on. And, try not to worry about, the rest of the season or what happened before. Just focusing on this game, and it's a big road game for us. And it's a big game against the SEC team that we got to go execute our plan to go win. So every game's a big game, and so that's what we're treating it like.
Jake, what's been the biggest barrier for success for this offense?
I think just shooting ourselves in the foot sometimes. Whether it be just off on a throw on third down, or a snap a little off, or a false start, or just things that are correctable easily. Just not executing. Maybe right when we need to at the right times, but we just got to get better at practice every day. Just working on those things, getting better, being more intentional. Really focusing on what we need to do to correct those mistakes.
Jake, would you say there was a learning period last game, if not especially early on, not having Deebo, and what did you guys take away from being able to go out there, trying to move on and move forward without him as you head into a conference game this week?
Yeah, I think there was a little period in there to begin, knowing that he's not out there. Maybe for the jet sweeps or anything like that. but or Trey Dreek stepped up for us. So yeah, I mean, it's the next guy up. We just and they worked their tails off too, and they deserve to have a shot, and just got to roll with it.
What really stands out about this A&M secondary and kind of the talent they have there?
Yeah, they're fast and physical. They really rally to the ball very well. A lot of playmakers on defense, and we gotta be ready to execute our game plan and just go play ball. It's going to be a night game, really loud, and we just got to focus on what we do and just execute the game plan.
How much do you learn about yourself as a quarterback through on-field experience, like kind of on-the-job training, as opposed to just watching film or practice or watching another guy ahead of you?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing as a quarterback learning. Especially for me, I want to be out there on the field doing it. And even practice to a game, it's different. Practicing 1 minute situations during practice isn't the same as doing it during a game. And so, yeah, just having those experiences, that's why as a young guy, it takes a little while because, you're not getting all the reps, that the older guys are getting. So, it just takes a while, and, having real live reps really gets you ready. It gets you up to speed for the game.
Jake, we've talked about the injuries, and for you, what is your mindset like as a quarterback going from game to game, even drive to drive, not having the same 5 guys in front of you, or they're shuffled around in front of you?
Yeah, I try not to think about that. Our routes are our routes, and they, for the most part, the receivers are pretty much consistent across the board in how they run their routes. I know the O-line is going to communicate the exact same way, and all the guys are going to give all their the best efforts, and so we'll whoever we got, we're going to roll out there and execute the game plan as best we can. So at the end of the day, I mean, if a guy goes down, it's next man up, and we got to keep rolling. We can't look back. We just got to keep rolling and try to execute the game plan as best we can.
Jake, how much does communication with your offensive line and your wide receivers change from verbal to nonverbal communication going into a tough SEC atmosphere like A&M?
Yeah, it's very difficult, especially to the line. I don't necessarily communicate with the receivers that much because they get signals too from the sideline. So just communication to the line gets difficult. Just making sure that we're all on the same page gets very loud. So there's a lot of nonverbal stuff, like you said. But even that gets difficult at times with everything going on. A lot of checks and stuff like that get difficult. So just trying to simplify everything and just focus in on what we have to do.
Jake, I know you're a student of the game. Any particular perceptions of Texas A&M, Kyle Field, the 12th man, any of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been there. I've heard it's a difficult place to play. I heard it's extremely loud, and I'm excited to go. I'm excited to go experience that. And they got a great team, so just ready to go play.
On Tyson's touchdown run, what did you see as it was sort of playing out in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, the line did a great job of opening up the hole for him, and he really just hit it. Beginning of the game, we ran this, basically the same play, and he got to the hole, but it was a little late, and he ended up getting tripped up, and he probably would have scored on that one. So it was kind of cool to see us go back to that play and him hit it full speed and just break loose. And I knew when he got past the line and no one was there that no one was going to catch him. And then it was just awesome to see him get that touchdown and because like I said, I mean, he's worked his tail off too. I mean, he's worked his tail off to be here and to be in that role. So it was great to see him score that touchdown.
Jake, with Deebo out, how different did the offense feel and look? Not necessarily, better or worse, but just how different was it, and the fact you guys were able to kind of figure it out and get it going, especially in that fourth quarter?
I mean, Deebo's a huge playmaker for us, but like I said, we have a game plan, and it doesn't necessarily change just because one guy's out. And I know that's hard to say because I mean he is an explosive player, but we're still going to throw the ball around. We're still going to run the ball, and so maybe not as much jet sweeps. I know he takes those for a lot of yards. So, but just a lot of guys stepped up. Like I said, I mean, Trey Smith had a huge game for us and really stepped up, and him and Brian kind of together took over that role and really had big games for us.
Jake, that first drive, I know you guys are pretty balanced, but you established the run early on. Obviously, I'm sure you would have wanted a touchdown instead of a field goal, but was that the game plan to be able to try to establish the run more? I know you have that choice of being able to run pass option, but did you just see something that first drive, or was it the game plan just trying to run the ball and establish it a little bit early on?
Yeah, we kind of started off with a couple RPOs, like you said, and then they gave us good looks for the run, and Tyson did a great job of just hitting it hard and getting us started. We did. The O-line especially wanted to get out there and prove that they could, get it run game going, and they did that. And like you said, wish we would have ended with a touchdown, but we moved the ball effectively down the field, and it was a good start for us.
Anything else for Jake?
Good.
Jake, do you have to remind yourself sometimes that Trey and Shai are just freshmen?
Yeah, I mean, when Trey caught the touchdown, I mean, he looked like a grown man, the way he just ran through both the guys, and I was like, oh my gosh. But and it's just great to see them out there just having fun. I mean, they great guys for us that work their tails off, and the guys that we need to not play like freshmen, So they've done that. They've done that for sure. They've really picked up the playbook and got themselves ready for the speed of the game and really stepped up for us.
When you had that third down, I think it was about 8.5 minutes left in the game, and you went kind of a corner out to Shai. What were you kind of seeing on that play? I think it was a 3rd and 3.
Incomplete to left, yeah. It was a one-on-one matchup, and I felt good about it. We've a little miscommunication on the spot he was supposed to hit. I liked him to maybe run it a little wider. I could have thrown a little better. But yeah, I mean that's one thing today. We probably threw that route 20 times today. Just working on that, trying to perfect that route for us. And I mean, it was a one-on-one matchup with an explosive player, and try to take a shot down the field to go score. And that's what. That's always been my mindset, to give our guys a chance, because they're great receivers that have excellent ball skills. So just trying to get out there and give them a chance. Just missed them.
Last call.
Jake, being down 13-0 at home, what's your mindset going forward with what your play style is?
We got to go win. Do whatever it takes to win. Throw all the stats, all the the score, whatever. We got to take it play by play and just go win. And I think the guys did that. They kind of just erased everything that's happened previously during the game and just focused on right now. This drive we got to go, score and really execute and just go win the game. And I think the guys stayed locked in the whole game through adversity and pulled it out.